with some green sprinkled in there, as the Griffins coming off a loss last week as well, 41-24 against Palomar. They are 2-3. They are part of the National Southern League, while your Mount Sac Mounties are in the National Central League. And kickoff underway here. Ryan Simpson back for the Mounties. Gets it right at the goal line and finds a nice seam right up the middle. Crosses the 20, crosses the 25, and brought down right before the 30-yard line. So a nice return there by Ryan Simpson. The other Simpson, Aaron Simpson, had a big week last week in Long Beach with 2 crucial picks in that nail-biting game. Unfortunately, a heartbreaking loss for the Mounties, but talking to some staff here with the Mounties, they are ready to go, and this is what some would call a trap game if you're a betting man for the Mounties, but they are going to brush that game off from last week and get to work here, as it's a very finds the sideline, has one man to beat, crosses in the 50-yard line, and he is in Grossmont territory. A hard-nosed run, a very powerful running Omar Sol. Quarter here, just underway at Hilmer Lodge Stadium on Spreaker.com's National Sports Radio. This is the Mounties Football Radio Network. Brian Tabajay here, bringing you all the live action as it happens. Ball is on the 29-yard line of Grossmont, and the handoff now to Vons. And Vons will create some space and find a positive run there, as there's a wall of Griffins waiting for him, and he kind of used his size there. 5'8" frame is Aaron Vons. So nice job by him slashing through after his offensive line opened up a gap for him, and Vons remains in the game with Allo on the left side of Allo. Man in motion for the Mounties, and the handoff goes to Vons, and he finds a nice waiting for the official call here from the referee, and it's an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mounties. That was Samuel Edmondson, the offensive lineman, 6'5", 290 out of he was covered by Maurice Carnell, the 5'11", 170 freshman out of Lincoln High School. He's also from San Diego. This is a very young Grossmont Griffins team. A lot of their key players on the offensive and defensive side are all first-year freshman players, including their quarterback Carrillo. For the Griffins, Luis Navarro is their leading tackler. He's also a freshman at 6'3", 240 linebacker for the Griffins. Allo now on 3rd down and 18, fires away, and that's going to be complete and caught, and that was very close to the first down marker, as I believe that was his first reception. Our broadcast, as he is a first-year player, but a nice completed pass, and that was good enough for 20 yards on the reception. So 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Mounties, as Vaughn's in motion, but the ball goes to Tolbert for a short carry there, as the Mounties trying to get the first points on the board. After a very tough loss last week against Long Beach City, they pretty much flip-flop rankings. So Long Beach City, number 1. Mount SAC Mounties snipping at the bit at number 2, right on their heels. So this is a very important game for the And Tolbert now behind Allo, and he gets the ball and he finds some room up the middle, and he's going to be in for a Mounties touchdown. Omaris Tolbert gets rewarded at the end of the opening drive here for the Mounties, punches it in for 6. With 11:32 left in the first quarter. The Mount SAC Mounties, courtesy of Omaris Tolbert, and for the PAT that was Villarreal, as it is officially 7-0. Your Mounties lead over the Grossmont Griffins. Nice opening drive there, a little mix of rush and pass. And for the first time, I've called Daryl Morris's name. They lead 7-0 here, and let's not forget the Grossmont Griffins had probably one of the biggest upsets early on in their season as they went and defeated Riverside, who's a highly ranked team in the Central League as well. So the Mounties aren't taking this team very lightly, a very capable Grossmont team. They are 2-3 so far. They come from the National Southern League, As your Mount SAC Mounties are part of the National Central League, sitting in second place right behind Long Beach City. So a very potent defense here that still leads the conference in very many defensive statistical categories, one of them being points allowed and passing yards allowed as well. Their rushing yards per game allowed is only 94, and you would think that the Mounties here are trying to buckle down on defense as the first rush of the game goes to their rushing leader, Thomas McDonald, the 5'10 freshman, 190 pounds out of Palm Beach, Florida. So it'll be second down as McDonald so far in the season, 57 carries, 254 yards, and a touchdown. Ball at the 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play before they even break out of the huddle. Head referee throws a flag. And it looks like it'll be a delay of game as they did not know the clock. Unfortunately for the Griffins, they'll get backed up. So with a penalty on Grossmont as there's 11 minutes left in the opening quarter here from Homer Lodge Stadium. As your Mount SAC Mounties are on top 7-0 so far against the Grossmont Griffins. Defense, the first look of the Mounties defense tonight in this opening quarter as Grossmont is led by their quarterback, Carrillo, as he fires away in the flat. That's going to fall incomplete. As Michael Carrillo is the starting quarterback for Grossmont, 5'11", 180 freshman, another freshman, out of Poway, California, Christian High School. So Carrillo, so far, he averages 228 passing yards a game. That is good enough for third in the league. So he absolutely knows how to spray the ball around to his offense. 6 touchdown passes so far on the season. So 3rd and 11, a ball at the 30-yard line. Grossmont moving from right to left. They're still in their own territory, obviously. So now he drops back, Carrillo, and finds a guy right in between the seams there, and it's going to fall incomplete. His intended receiver was Kevin Moore, the 6'4 freshman, 200-pound out of Madison High School and San Diego, California. So after the penalty, they could not convert a first down. They will punt the ball away. The Mount SAC defense looking just as stout as they have been all season long, forcing the offense to punt here in Grossmont. So he punts the ball away at about his 20-yard line, and he skies this ball. Fair catch called by Aaron Vons. He receives that at the 35-yard line. So Mount SAC will look to build on this lead early on in the game, as they're already up 7-0 here on Grossmont. Your opening score, courtesy of Omaris Tolbert, who got into the end zone after a very dominant run also early on in the drive for Tolbert. So look for him to be used quite frequently here under Coach Jabs in the offensive unit. And I do see Tolbert on the field right now. There's 2 out wide as well for Allo, and he takes a snap, hands it off to Tolbert, and bounces to the outside, crosses the 40, crosses the 50, and into Grossmont territory. So another nice run for first down from Omaris Tolbert. His 4th carry of the game. Already a solid workhorse here for your Mounties, the number 2 ranked team, as they coming off a very tough, emotional loss last week in Long Beach. I promise that's the last time I bring that up. There's another handoff to Tolbert, and he's going to find about 5 yards up the right side, and is finally brought down there by number 40, Isla Petrosian, the linebacking sophomore, 230 pounds, 5'11", out of North Hollywood, California. Tolbert stays in the game, 2nd and 5. Ball on the 45-yard line of Grossmont. Allo steps back to pass and fires away, and that's going to be incomplete. His intended receiver was Gilchrist, and there's a late flag on that play, because it looks like it'll either be a hold or a pass interference. It will be a pass interference. And guarding Christopher Gilchrist is Maurice Carnell. Just to give you a little size comparison here, Gilchrist stands at 6'6", and the DB is 5'11". So Gilchrist has the height advantage and also his speed, which is utilized game in and game out for the Mounties. He had a touchdown last week as well. So Mount SAC gains I believe another first down, and the ball is at the 32-yard line. Allo now fakes a pass, hands it off to Vons, finds a lane, crosses the 40, crosses the 10,